Hello, welcome to Key Features of Quadratics. So we're just looking at our graph here, and then we're going to look for all of our key features, such as the x-intercept, y-intercept, the axis symmetry AOS, vertex, the interval of increase, the interval of decrease, the domain, and the range. So for starting with x-intercepts, I'm looking for where the graph is crossing my x-axis. Now this sometimes happens where if I look at my graph, it's not coming down and touching or crossing my x-intercept. So I have to say there are no x-intercepts. If there were x-intercepts, I would just label the point where they cross, such as like I'll do with the y-intercepts. So for this one, I'm looking for where it crosses the y-axis. And I can see the graph crosses right here at 5. So I have to label as the point 0, 5. Going on to axis of symmetry and vertex, these two go hand in hand, so I labeled them both in this purple color. So I'm just looking for the point where the graph either switches its direction or the lowest slash highest point, depending on the way the graph opens. I see the graph is opening up, so I'm looking for the lowest point, which is right down here. They even have it labeled as 2, 1. So we know our axis of symmetry is at x equals 2. Because it's just the x coordinate on my vertex. Well, the vertex is that point 2, 1. Interval of increase, I'm going to look at my vertex, and as I go to the left, my graph has to go up. So as I can see, as the graph is going up on the right side, then my interval of increase is 2, and because it has that arrow, it goes up forever, infinity. Now the interval of decrease, I'm coming towards my vertex. So I always go from left to right. I can see it's coming down as I come from this left side down to my vertex. So he's the opposite. He's coming down as we go from negative infinity, but will stop going down once he hits that value of 2. Now domain and range. The domain is all possible x values that your graph can hit. Now it's very simple for graphs, especially if they have these arrows on them on both sides. These arrows are telling you that it's going forever to the left and forever to the right. So that tells us that our domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. No matter what x value I pick, it will be on this graph somewhere. Now the range is always your lowest point to your highest point. So I'm going from my lowest point, well, it's always my y value for range. So my lowest point that the graph hits is this 1 that's at the vertex. So 1, and because he's pointing up, he goes up to infinity.